in southern Nigeria. Edo State Deputy Governor Comrade Philip Shaibu was locked out of his office at the Denis Osadebe Avenue, seat of power in Benin City, Edo State capital. Shaibu got to his office and met a chain and heavy padlock at the entrance. The embattled deputy governor and his aides waited for about an hour and thereafter left. Shaibu also made frantic calls to his principal, Governor Godwin Obaseki, but to no avail. Sources revealed that Shaibu had some discussions with the State Commissioner of Police and the Director of State Security Services, DSS, alerting them of how he was locked out of his office. Joining us to speak more on this is Ibrahim Mommoh, our political analyst. Thank you very much, Mr. Mommoh, for giving us your time. Once loyal partners, now political enemies, the governor of Edo State and his deputy are on a collusion course as the 2024 governorship election draws closer. How do you see this playing out?
Well, thank you for having me. Good evening, Nigerians. I'm not sure I could go as far as saying now political enemies, but I think that one thing about politics, it's about contestations. That is all mostly about what politics is about, contestation. So I think currently there is a big issue regarding the ambition of the deputy governor, current deputy governor, who seeks to succeed current governor Godwin Obaseki. I think that's the key issue. And it appears that the wrangling is being played out mostly within the media. Every of the issues they have had have found its way to live or live media coverage or reported media coverage. And I think that's where the real issue is. And there seems to be two strong characters, two strong personalities jostling for supremacy. And the whole issue is playing out right before the media. That's where I think that there might be a need for, elders, the big boys, so to say, to come in and or put on their big boy pants, if I could use that for those very senior public individuals.
You say it's playing out in the media, but I'm curious. The videos and the pictures that were sent out, I don't believe there were media there. It was put out intentionally, don't you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The intentionality of putting out those videos for the media space is for me. What the point is,
okay.
If they have issues, they could as well sit in a room and discuss these issues.
I think as it stands, it's gone beyond sitting in a room to discuss this, don't you think? But let's look at the twist of the events. Let's look at the twist of the events.
Beyond the,
I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. I'm trying to expedite action here so we can cover the issues. The deputy governor being locked out of his office, allegedly by the governor. Is the governor empowered to take such a decision, do you think? Move the deputy from one office to some other place that is not where he was originally?
That's a big question to ask, because what we need to actually find out within the precincts of the government house, is it a fixed place that this office was built directly exactly for deputy governor, or have there been some movements in the time past? If there have been, because I know, for example, the House of Assembly of the state, during the former governor, Ezewuike, and even in this current administration of Godwin Obaseki, the House of Assembly has had to relocate from the designated place to somewhere within the old council chambers of the government house premises. So I think that it's not only just about the fact that there's a designated, he has been locked out of an office. We had the information about a week or thereabout that the deputy governor has relocated from the current office he used to occupy to a different office, though not within the government house, but very close to the government house precincts, number 7.
All right. Most deputy governors are always, we know, nursing the ambition of succeeding their bosses, and this whole friction between the governor and the deputy seems to have started because of that. How best do you think this can be resolved? Hello, Mr. Mommoh. I'm trying to find out from you, how best do you think this friction between the governor and his deputy can be resolved, considering the fact that, I mean, deputy governors often nurse ambition to succeed their bosses?
No, I think there are a couple of issues, if we can unpack. One is that there's the geopolitical, there's the demographic issue. The immediate past governor, Adam Oshimole, is from Edo North Senatorial District. The current deputy governor is from that same senatorial district, Philip Shaibu. And then for the Philip Shaibu to also be seeking to be governor, in the governor's reasoning, will be asking for too much. Governor, Edo North Senatorial District, now deputy governor for the 7 running to 8 years. And then going back to that, it will mean that some other senatorial districts have been cheated out. So that's the first issue. So I think that's a matter of lowering our ambition. Sometimes the deputy governor, I think, is just under 55 years. He still has very much a whole lot of years ahead of him. That's the first thing. So if you can, and then the issue of bringing down our ego, I think it's more now an ego trip, in my personal opinion. Trying to outshine, trying to show that I can stand up to the principal. I'm thinking that if the deputy governor can, seek to cooperate, and if we remember, the whole issue started from the fact that deputy governor wanted to, against the governor's will, determine who became the speaker, the top number 3 personality within the government structure. That's where the whole issue started from. So if sometimes we can recall back our ambition, if the deputy governor can do that, I'm sure that they can find a common ground. And then finally, as a way out, I'm thinking that both individuals should please lower the temperature or the intensity of the positions they are holding
in the state. All right, Mr. Mommoh. I think that's a good place to leave it. We do hope some resolution will be reached sooner than later. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you for having me.